I just watched the episode of Surrounded featuring Mehdi Hasan, and honestly, calling it a debate is an absolute abomination. It's a disgrace to the actual purpose of a debate, which is or should be an open exchange of ideas where people try to understand one another, challenge assumptions, and maybe grow wiser together. Instead, what we get is a performative mess, a rage bait circus dressed up in the fake respectability of political discourse. Let's not kid ourselves. Surrounded isn't a debate, it's a race, a shouting match, a click driven ego contest. And Mehdi Hassan, for all his intelligence and credentials, plays right into the worst part of it. He constantly interrupts others, throws out sarcastic or passive aggressive remarks, and picks people apart not to uncover truth, but to score rhetorical points. It's not about listening, it's about cornering. It's about winning, in parentheses. And when someone doesn't fall into his trap, or worse, fully owns their extremist views, he just checks out. There was a moment in this episode with him, surrounded with Mehdi Hassan against 20 far rightists, where a far right guest openly admitted to admiring Franco and wanted to live under an autocracy. Instead of engaging, Mehdi bailed. He pulled up his nose and basically said, I don't need to debate this. But that's when the debate actually becomes important. That's when the principles of free speech and intellectual honesty are put to the test. And he failed it completely. This kind of retreat is cowardly, plain and simple. It shows that the whole setup was never about understanding or challenging ideas at their core. It was about posturing for an audience that already agreed with him. Mehdi uses the fact that there is a crowd watching, whether in the room or online, as a weapon. He leans on it like some social credibility badge. Did you guys hear what he said? It's basically saying, I have the crowd, so I'm right. But that only works on people who already buy into the premise. For anyone with a truly different worldview, that kind of moral blackmailing doesn't mean a thing. Worse still is the show's so called rules, which are arbitrary and deeply unfair. You can talk over people as much as you want, sarcastically insult them, derail the conversation, and use every passive aggressive tool in the book. But the moment someone raises their voice or swears, that's when you get penalized. What is this? So you can be a smug prick but not a passionate speaker? Civility theater at its finest. It's both uncivil. So why are you drawing the line at why are they saying, oh, you can interrupt people the whole time, but you just cannot swear because that somehow is uncivil. It's both uncivil. It's not about mutual respect, it's about controlling the optics of confrontation. And that's what makes it all so maddening. It's not just a bad format, it's actively undermining the idea of honest disagreement. It teaches viewers that debate is about traps, zingers, and moral superiority. That the goal is to make your opponent look ridiculous rather than to explore the complexities of ideas. And in doing so, it turns real political discourse into content for outrage and not for understanding. Honestly, this show is a disgrace to actual debate. It's intellectually dishonest, emotionally manipulative, and structurally broken. If you care about ideas, if you care about communication, or if you care about even a shred of mutual respect in discussion, this episode is a slap in the face.